Everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I did not go live yesterday. I was extremely busy. I just couldn't do it. So, like the video as you guys come in, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the hot topics, trending topics. I hope everyone's having a happy Friday morning. I thank everyone for being here. Allow me a few seconds to get into my system to do my disclaimer. Come on in, like the video, subscribe to the page. Turn on your notifications, please. But I thank everyone for being here. We're going to get straight into being talked about in regards to the news, and we may get into some hot topics, trending topics as well. Sometimes I'll do Trump news and then I'll get into hot topics, trending topics, and I may do that today because there's a lot of things that's going on. So just give me a few seconds to do my disclaimer, and then we're going to get into Trump news. All comments are allegedly. Let me do my disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is used permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only. We're going to go ahead and get straight into the video. I thank everyone for being here. Subscribe to the page, like the video as you guys come in, and let's get into it.
They want to have lots of alternatives, but they do want the gasoline car. Right now, it's leading away by a lot. The car business is a very interesting business, but we want to keep it that way. I want to thank Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, Deputy Transportation Secretary Stephen Bradbury, as well as CEO of Ford, Jim Farley. Jim, where is Jim? Let's see. Hi, Jim. Congratulations. You're doing good. CEO of Stellantis, Antonio Filosa. Thank you very much, Antonio. Chairman of the National Automobile Dealers Association, Tom Castrito.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Tom. Great to have you. And Manager of General Motors Orient Plant, John Urbanek.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Great to have you guys here. You're going to say a few words in a minute about how ridiculous this was, but we've just freed you up. So you're going to have a good number of years. Thanks as well to Senator Shelley Moore Capito, Ted Cruz, Kevin Cramer, Marsha Blackburn, Eric Schmidt, and Bernie Marino, as well as Representatives Sam Graves, Vern Buchanan, Mike Kelly, Roger Williams, Lisa McClain, and Troy Balderson. All great people. These are great people, and I know there's a lot of support long beyond the people that are here. You had tremendous support on this. From day one, I've been taking action to make buying a car more affordable. I signed an executive order to end the unfair, expensive electric vehicle mandate. As you know, we had to have an electric car within a very short period of time, even though there was no way of charging them and lots of other things. It would have cost $5 trillion to build the charging plants. And as you know, in certain parts of the Midwest, to build 9 chargers, they spent $8 billion. So that wasn't working out too well. That was done before me, by the way. I wouldn't have let it go forward. We're canceling the EPA's absurd tailpipe emission standards, one of the most important things that I've never had a group of people come to me more powerfully and really just devastated that they had to do it. It was killing them than the automobile manufacturers, the tailpipe emission standards. And I can tell you, your people at Ford were coming to me all the time, and they were saying, like, please, it doesn't do anything, and it's killing us. And it's driving the cost through the roof. And we revoked Biden's emissions waiver for California so that California communists could not regulate the automobile industry and ruin the entire nation of automobiles. And they were doing that, too. But we have that now under control also with your governor, who's got much more than he can control. Now, under the new rules being issued today by Secretary Duffy, the Department of Transportation will rescind the Biden fuel economy prices. And I hate to say that because they were really not economy. They were really, they were anti-economy. They were horrible what they were doing to the costs and actually making the car much worse. But these policies forced automakers to build cars using expensive technologies and drove up costs, drove up prices, and made the car much worse. The action is expected to save the typical consumer at least $1,000 off the price of a new car, and we think substantially more than that. Under the Trump administration, $70 billion are now being invested in the American auto industry. Ford has announced it will invest $5 billion across its Kentucky and Michigan plants. Correct statement?
That's right.
That's a lot, $5 billion. You could do more. Creating at least 4,000 new jobs. Stellantis announced it will invest $13 billion to expand its U.S.-based manufacturing by more than 50% and open new manufacturing facilities across the country. And I think a big part of that is also the tariffs. Because of tariffs, they're coming in not only the automobile industry. AI, we're leading China in AI, we're leading everybody, and we're leading everybody in everything. We have the hottest country right now. I will tell you, a lot of political people behind me, great political people, very successful political people. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world. 1 year ago, we had a dead country, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And it started from November 5th, but it also started when we did the tariffs, and we've had tremendous support on the tariffs. It's bringing in trillions of dollars of wealth. It's bringing in national security, and I've stopped 8 wars, and of the 8 wars, 5 of them have been because of tariffs and trade, so they're very important. And General Motors plans to invest $4 billion as it brings its manufacturing back to the United States from Mexico. After falling by 5% under Biden, U.S. auto production has surged by 10% so far this year. You know, I won the auto workers vote, but now even the head of the auto workers said Trump is the greatest president we've ever seen. And happens to be right about that. But we're protecting our auto workers, and we're making it easier for every family to afford high-quality cars. In other words, we're bringing automobiles back and the manufacturing of automobiles back into this country. We lost 52% over the years, 52% of our automobile manufacturing. You see it, closed factories all over the place. Now they're all opening up. They're being, in most cases, they're being knocked down, and new ones are being built in their place. And a big beneficiary is the state of Michigan, but South Carolina, even states that didn't really do too much with the automobiles, they're opening up plants. It's been amazing. So between automobile plants, AI plants, and plants of every other nation, really every other type, including chips, we're going to have a big percentage of the chip market very soon. Not because of the CHIPS Act, which was horrible and ridiculous, where we just gave these companies billions and billions of dollars. They just kept the money. But because of what we did with tariffs, they have to build here, otherwise they're going to have to pay tariffs. They won't be able to do business in the United States. And we're going to have a big percentage of the chip industry. As of about a year ago, 2 years ago, we had none. And now we're going to have a very big percentage when it all finishes out. So I'd like to ask Secretary Duffy to speak, and then Mr. Farley, and then Filosa, and Urbanik, and Castrita. And also we're going to ask some of our political leaders to speak, because let me tell you, they went out of their way. This was not easy. And people were brainwashed. This is a green new scam, and people were paying too much for a car that didn't work as well. And now they're going to have a great car that's going to be environmentally friendly, but it's going to cost you a lot less, and it's going to work great. All of the nonsense is being taken out of the cars. So, Secretary Duffy, could you say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. President. So yesterday at the cabinet meeting, the president was talking about affordability, and the way that Democrats talk about affordability is a lie. Today is a perfect example of that. So these CAFE standards used what was contrary to the law. The Congress set a rule that says you have to look at combustion engines. Biden and Buttigieg actually did an analysis using Buttigieg used EVs and hybrids to come up with a 62 mile an hour per gallon standard, which the car companies will tell you is completely unattainable. So they spent a lot of money on technology trying to meet the unattainable standard, driving up the cost of a car, number one. And then number two, if they couldn't meet the unattainable standard, they had to trade for carbon, costing billions of dollars, and again, driving up the price of the cars. Mr. President, what Democrats were doing were not making cars more affordable, they're making them less affordable. The consequence of that is going to be that more Americans can afford to buy a new car, which means they're going to be safer on the roads because of all the great new technology we have that save lives. So we'll have less death on American roads. These rules are going to allow the automakers to make vehicles that Americans want to purchase, not vehicles that Joe Biden and Buttigieg wants them to build, which is important. But also, this is important for American jobs. The more cars we sell, the more jobs in this country. And so this is jobs, this is freedom, and this is common sense, Mr. President. So thank you for your leadership. And I appreciate what the Senate did with the big, beautiful bill and what we've done here today. So thank you
very much. Big, beautiful bill is it's something. It's amazing. Wait till people see the benefits and the lower taxes, and they're going to have lower regulations. So, how about Ford?
Mr. President and Secretary, all the important lawmakers here, competitors, today is a victory of common sense and affordability. We're very proud of Ford to be the #1 auto producer in our country. 80% of the vehicles we sell here we make in our country, and we never left, unlike many of our competitors. We're the #1 exporter, and we have the most auto factory workers. And this CAFE standard that is aligned with customer demand is the right move. For a lot of reasons. We were #2 last year in EV sales, we were #3 in hybrid, and we're the leading brand for combustion. We believe that people should be able to make a choice, as you said, Mr. President, and we will invest more in affordable vehicles. This allows us to invest in affordable vehicles made in the U.S., which we will take the lead on, and will allow us to make vehicles more affordable. So thank you for making this step for all of you.
Thank you very much. One of the other things we're doing is separate from this meeting, but I think everybody here would agree with it. If you go to Japan, where I just left, and if you go to South Korea, Malaysia, and other countries, They have a very small car, sort of like the Beetle used to be with the Volkswagen. They're very small. They're really cute. And I said, how would that do in this country? And everyone seems to think good, but you're not allowed to build them. And I've authorized the secretary to immediately approve the production of those cars. So you'll be able to buy, they really are, they're actually, some of them are really beautiful, actually. If you take a look, Honda, some of the Japanese companies do a beautiful job. But we're not allowed to make them in this country, and I think you're going to do very well with those cars. So we're going to approve those cars. Would you like to say something about that?
Well, no, just that he never stops working, so even when he's on Asian time, he's calling me at midnight in the States. But he gave me the directive to clear the regulations on this, which we have. And so if Toyota or any other company wants to make smaller, more affordable cars, fuel efficient, we have cleared the deck so they can make them in America and sell them in America.
They're really nice and less expensive. And it really gives people a chance to have a car, have a brand new car as opposed to a car that maybe isn't so great. And so you car companies start thinking about that. I think it's going to be a tremendous.
Let's see what cactus water does to my blood sugar.
Like the video, fair use, reaction clip. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. Let's continue. Fair use, reaction clip.
Your body to pee out this disgusting.
You car companies start thinking about that. I think it's going to be a tremendous market. Please, would you like to say something?
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great day for us at Stellantis today because it's the day where we see CAFE regulation reconciled with real customers' demand. That's why at Stellantis we decided to invest through Jeep, Ram, Dodge, and Chrysler $13 billion in the next 4 years, increasing production by 50%, delivering to the market 5 new vehicles, and creating 5,000 additional jobs. That's because we believe in what you, Secretary Duffy, and all your team is doing in this country. We believe in growth, and we are ready to invest even more. So thank you very much. Thank you very much also for this great news of the K-Cars, which we are very interested in. And we are very looking forward to work with Secretary Duffy, your team, in the future for the next steps. Thank you very much.
Well, get ready for those cars because we've already cleared the way. You can start right away.
We will. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Please.
Mr. President, thank you so much for having me. We support your leadership for this issue that is so important to the auto industry. I'm here representing the hard-working men and women of Orion Assembly in Michigan. The facility, our manufacturing facility there, is currently going through a retool so that we can build additional U.S. manufactured pickup trucks and full-size sport utilities for our customers, and we're so excited about that. Thank you for your support. Secretary Duffy, thank you as well.
And this is largely coming in because of the tariff situation. We're taking in trillions of dollars, actually, trillions, and we have so many other advantages, but these great companies are coming back to the United States. They left the United States. If somebody was sitting behind this desk that knew what they were doing, that wouldn't have happened. They would have said, well, you can sell your car here, but we're going to put 100% tariff, and you would have never had the auto industry leave. Again, we lost more than 50% of our auto industry, and now it's all coming back, and I think it's coming back. Ultimately, it's going to be bigger. I believe it's going to be bigger than it was before, actually, but it's an honor to have you here, and please, would you like to say something? Thank you very much.
Tom Castro, sir, I'm the chairman of National Automobile Dealers that represent 18,000 dealers in the country, along with 3,000 heavy-duty truck dealers. And what the actions that you've done as the president and your administration is definitely going to save our customers money. And you made your promises that let the consumer buy what they want, sir, and you delivered on that. And the other thing that you delivered was your promise in the big, beautiful bill, the tax deduction on loans that had gone away some years back. And now that makes it affordable for our buyers that can save money through that loan of the tax, anywhere from several hundred to several thousand. So again, sir, on behalf of all the dealers and our customers, we appreciate what you and your administration have done, and of course our legislative support as well, Mr. President.
Thank you. That's very nice, and I'm glad you brought that up. We're allowing people to deduct. So if you go out and buy a car, and this is for middle income, but for lower income, no matter what, they never really had deductions. You know, rich people like deductions, but middle income people were never really afforded deductions, which is very unfair. You borrow money to buy a car, you're allowed to deduct the interest from your income tax, and I think that's going to be one of the most. In terms of your industry, I think it's going to be the biggest thing that we're talking about, maybe even bigger than CAFE standards. People are going to be able to borrow money deducted, so it's going to cost them essentially half. And it'll
help, yes, sir.
I think it's going to be a tremendous factory. They've never had a chance to do that before. And that's all done. That's all in the great, big, beautiful bill. So it's really terrific. I'd like to ask a couple of our political leaders to say, because you guys have done an amazing job. This was something that was going to be very tough. We had to fight lunatics to get it done, and they had no answers. You know, you just present them with the facts, and they just say, well, we're just not going to vote for it. They couldn't talk about it, but they didn't want to vote. I see Mike Kelly, my friend back there, who's been with me from day one. Right?
Yep.
What do you have to say, Mike?
But you know what? I think you hit the key. Everybody's talking about the same thing.
You
In America,
look at the way they like each other. You can see, there's no hatred between these two guys.
as long as I beat his price, we're the friends. You hit it on the head. The American people have always been able to choose what they want to buy. They don't want to be taken out of a market by people who, quite frankly, don't even drive their own car, and saying this is the way you've got to go going into the future. And say, well, you may say that, but you're not in the market. You have no idea. And I know the business we're in. At the end of the day, if you were there with me, I'd say, Mr. President, other than price, what's keeping you from taking the car home today? It's always price. The fact that we can build a car that's affordable, that people want to buy, that's the key to it. What you've done is unlock the most ridiculous statute that ever came in with CAFE. It wasn't done by the Congress. It wasn't done. It was done by President Obama after the courts failed on it. So thank you for doing what you're doing. You're making America great again in every single way. Thank you.
It's going to be so big for the auto manufacturers. People aren't even going to believe the impact this has. You know, Mike used to come to my rallies all the time. We'd have a rally. It was like 0 degrees. It was freezing. Everyone, and he'd sit there without a shirt on. And I didn't need that. You know, I didn't say it was pretty, but he would sit there in the cold, and he didn't mind it at all. I said, "That's one tough cookie, right?"
You lit it up. We didn't need anything. We were there.
We had a good time. We had a lot of great rallies.
We did. We did.
Pennsylvania. Please, Mr. Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I represent the dealer body. I'm a dealer, and we've got some other dealers in here, but this is huge for the dealer body, the local car dealer. We're going to be able to sell what the customer wants. The manufacturer's going to make what the customer wants. We've got all kinds of options to the big bill. It's going to enable people, as we talked about, to deduct payments and so forth. As we say in the business, it's never been cheaper than they are today, Mr. President. And it's going to be a great opportunity for the dealer body to sell what consumers want. And 99% of the businesses in America are small businesses. Many are car dealers, employ a lot of people. It's going to be a great year for us. We appreciate your leadership, and we appreciate, from a retail standpoint, we appreciate the manufacturers going to step up and build cars that customers want and that we want to sell. So thank you very much. It makes it a great country.
Brave congressman, because he was there on the baseball field that horrible day with Steve Scalise and some other people. He was hit, but he took it very well. He took it very well. You're my pal.
Thank you.
That's a great job.
Appreciate it.
Great job. Appreciate it. Kevin, could you say a few words of wisdom? One of the really smart economic forecasters, I will tell you. Beyond an economist, he's a real forecaster. Please.
Sir, I think that there's a massive macroeconomic benefit to what we're doing today. And the way about it is that the car that has the best gas mileage that you can buy that has only gasoline is a Honda. I think it's about 36 miles per gallon. Joe Biden wanted to make every car on average be above 50. So there's no car made in the U.S. that you would be able to sell 2 years from now, 3 years from now under that rule. Because what he wanted to do was make everybody have an electric car, as you know. But here's the thing, that if everybody had an electric car, then nobody would be buying gasoline anymore, and they'd have to take all the miles that they travel and put it on the grid. And so we would have to increase the production of electricity in the U.S. by 25% over the next couple of years if they had their way. And so you've really stopped a massive disruption for the economy with this. So thank you, sir.
And that wasn't the main reason, and yet it certainly is a main reason. You wouldn't have been able to do it even if you wanted it. It's just so crazy. That was the mandate, which we ended. Troy, would you like to say something?
Great honor, thank you. My family was a former dealer, 48 years, Chrysler Dodge dealer. And then I got into the political world, sir. I had more fun in the dealership world, but I miss it. But I still play a big role in automobiles and grateful. I remember under President Obama when the CAFE standards changed, as Mike brought up, and going through those challenging times. As a Chrysler dealer before Stellantis came along, it was Daimler before you guys got it. So thank you very much for being here and making these changes. And as you said, that interest on the car loan piece is big. And I know that Bernie led the charge on that in the Senate to get into one big beautiful bill. That really is a big deal, and people need to understand how big a deal that is.
You did a great job. And by the way, we had a great victory last night.
I like our race.
He's going to be a great congressman. I think so. Really, like us, right?
Yeah, like us.
One of my early endorsements, right?
Yes, sir.
Can we talk about it? You're right here as a man. Come in. Let me say hello to you. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership. But the thing I've admired most, you've been in business, you've been in the battles over the years, and you're helping us lead us out. Most people that are up here have no idea about business or small business. It makes a big difference. One is. Number two is, I would just say in terms of the tax stuff we're talking about, one of the things that get missed, and I'm in Florida, Sarasota region, is the ability to deduct. Most people have a small business, they'll have a lawn business, they'll have this, that, they buy a new or used truck. They can take that deduction, let's say they're in a 22% tax bracket, but the vehicle's 60 grand, they can take 20% of the 60 grand, get a $12,000 write-off. They can pay their payments for the first year. That's a powerful tool we don't talk about, I don't know why, but at the end of the day, because of what you've put in place, full expensing, that's the tool they would use. And you could just think about all the people in Florida, just general places. They're buying old vans or new vans. They're buying trucks, mainly trucks, and they're getting a deduction. They don't even have a payment for a year.
That's right.
So one of the best things for
One of the biggest things in the expense.
Expensing is a powerful tool. They can write the whole asset off first year, take that deduction, put $12,000 in their pocket on a $20,000. Let me mention one other thing. They got into the e-vehicles, electric cars, and I'm talking to dealers that come in and talk to me, and basically they couldn't sell one, they couldn't give one away, and when these companies, or they got it because of whatever political pressure under the Biden administration, and they end up realizing that they got no market. The guy says the car's been sitting there a year, I can't get rid of it. So they don't understand the market. The people produce the vehicles, and that's made a big difference in your leadership. But thanks for what you're doing here today. It's big, it's huge, it'll make a big difference.
Okay, so now we're about to get into hot topics, trending topics. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for tuning into the show. We're going to play this clip real quick so you can hear what was said.
Driven by what is good for America and Americans. Mr. President, I think you deserve tremendous credit for the transformational aspect of our foreign policy. For the first time in probably 4 decades, the American foreign policy is driven by what is good for America and Americans. Mr. President, I think you deserve tremendous credit for the transformational aspect of our...
Okay, so let's continue. So now it's being reported that Kanye West is speaking up and speaking out in regards to how his daughter has been trending and the different ways that Kim has allowed. In regards to the fake, their tattoos are fake. It's fake tattoos on North's face. But Kim has allowed so much. And right now, instead of, this is the interesting thing, instead of Kim supporting North, she's talking about her not passing the bar yet, her using ChatGPT, her blaming Kanye for her health issues, her going to psychics for assistance and help. Instead of her supporting her daughter in regards to the media, she's focused on herself. Have y'all noticed that? Oh, my low brain activity. Oh, North's giving me flowers. She's the mom. Why is she supporting North? So Kanye is basically stating he wants to spend more time with the children, but he says the Kardashians allege guidelines in regards to the pickup drop-off. If they feel that he's having an episode, they want Kanye to come to the house. It's a controlled environment, period. The men they dated is concerning. Kanye West concerning. Tristan Thompson concerning. Travis Scott concerning. Most of the men is a concerning issue. Lamar Odom concerning. So the Kardashians love the PR stunts, the problematic men. They love it. They love it. These are the baby daddies, and most of them have issues, and most of them have concerns. And it's interesting how Chris, they listen to our videos. Chris did an interview. Oh, we can't help that the baby fathers are having issues. They love it. The Kardashians love to trend and go viral, and then they love to say, my baby daddy, and they love talking about him. Just recently, Kim was talking about Kanye, and he's trending now too. Let me go into this video. Hold on one second. Because right now, Kanye is basically stating that he didn't feel that what happened with Kim in regards to the situation, and she went to court. So I'm general about stuff. She went to court regarding it, but why would a husband, ex-husband, say he did not think that situation happened? The Kardashians love PR situations. Why aren't the Kardashians talking about Epstein? Why aren't they talking about that? Was there situations? Why aren't they? Why, if Kim shows support to men that's incarcerated, why isn't Kim showing support to women that allegedly had concerns with Epstein? Why are the Kardashians quiet about that? Have y'all ever asked that question? But here nor there, Kanye travels the world. Kanye is not excluded from controversy. We don't care for how he speaks about different cultures, race, but we saw who he was tied to for the last 3, 4, 5 years. And that's why Kanye apologized to who he apologized to. But Kanye had issues as soon as he started hooking up with a certain person. He started having issues as soon as he started hooking up with a certain person. And they utilized Kanye to help them trend and go viral. She mentions Kanye at least once a week. I say it. Candace loves talking about Kanye. Candace loves talking about Kanye. Remember how they wore that shirt? ... matters. Yeah. Remember how she had a white shirt? He had a black shirt. Y'all can look it up. Candace Owens and Kanye West. But the biggest thing is, We noticed the change in Kanye as soon as he started hanging out with Candace Owens. We noticed the change. He started insulting more cultures as soon as he started hanging out with Candace. So now it don't seem like Kanye is spending more time with Candace now, but we've noticed a change as soon as he started hanging. Now we got to remember, Candace don't support those same people she supported 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. She don't support those same people. So Kanye has his own issues. We also don't care for how Kanye dresses his wife, but Kim likes to dress sexy. Whenever Kanye would have a rant or an issue, Kim would love to get in a bathing suit to change the narrative. We saw it. We saw it. Go look it up. 2-3 years ago, Kanye rants, Kim is in a bathing suit 2-3 days later. So the Kardashians love to change the narrative. This is the biggest thing. He has children by her. Be careful who you marry. Be careful who you have children by. Even though these tattoos are fake, we saw the issues when Kim let North be by and sing with Ice Spice. Ice Spice content is grown. When Kim was letting North be by Kai Cenat. Kim likes to have North around famous people so they can trend to go viral. She's a young adult. Why is she not around young children? Kim puts her around adult content. She does. Kim wants North to be around adults to trend and go viral. And many people said, Kim, why are you letting adults entertain your daughter? Why isn't it like-minded children that's entertaining your daughter? The question. That's the big question. But here nor there, Kanye, how he dresses a wife is concerning. How he talks about Kim is concerning. How Kim talks about Kanye is concerning. And prayers go out to the children because they have Kanye as a father. They have Kim as a mother. And you have Kim going back and forth with Ray J. Kim is suing Ray J in regards to defamation. Then Ray J turned around and sued Kim. But the biggest thing is people are supporting. Hollywood supports Hollywood. These Hollywood celebrities support each other. So there's that. So prayers go out to Kanye. We'll see what happens. Remember how Kim has said Kanye hadn't seen the kids in like 2 months and he barely calls? We don't know if Kanye was struggling because remember, RIP to Charlie Kirk. Kanye has been spotted in pictures with Charlie Kirk. Was Kanye having a moment mourning the loss of his friend Charlie Kirk? It's a possibility. Charlie Kirk did pass away, and how he passed away is sad. So we don't know if Kanye was mourning Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? How he passed is very concerning. People are calling out Turning Point. People are calling out the people at Turning Point. People are calling out the finances of Turning Point. People are calling out Candace. Will she go to that event to speak with the people at Turning Point? Many people are saying, Candace, don't go. Stream in, but don't go to where, you know. And I can't confirm or deny if Turning Point has had financial issues or if there's a concern, but people are calling out them. And I don't know much about the company, but what does Turning Point do outside of speaking events? Are they helping these college students? Are they helping them with financial literacy? Are they, helping in the community? Or are they just doing debates? And then many people are calling out some of the pastors. The pastors like to call out Candace, but many people are calling out Candace. Many people are calling out Turning Point USA. When you look at certain videos about Turning Point and some of the people that work at Turning Point, some of those people have had legal issues, legal concerns, and then we're finding out allegedly, go look at it. There's a lot that's going on in regards to Turning Point. So let's continue. Well wishes to Kanye. Hopefully he'll be a better father in regards to his children's lives. He decided to marry that woman. He decided to have children with that woman. And now many people calling out Kim and Kanye. Real talk. They're calling them out. We're not going to really get into this. You can read what's being said, but we're not going to get into that, but you see what's being said. Okay? So we're just doing updates.
New breakthrough in medical technology, except it was completely fake. During one of his late-night Truth Social posting sprees, the president shared this AI video made to look like a Fox News segment of him touting something called medbeds. President Donald J. Trump has announced a historic new healthcare system, the launch of America's first medbed hospitals and a national medbed card for every citizen.
Every American will soon receive their own medbed card. These facilities are safe, modern, and designed to restore every citizen to full health and strength. This is the beginning of a new era in American healthcare.
Believe it or not, the idea of these med beds are not new. Right-wing conspiracy theorists have for years now believed in the existence of these miracle pods or beds that can cure any ailment or disease simply by lying in it. They also believe that it's being gatekept from the public to be solely used by the world's elites, and that President Trump will be the one to make them accessible to the world. As a result of the rising conspiracy theory, scammers have attempted to cash in, creating their own medbed products and shilling them to believers in these right-wing circles. It's unclear what the person who posted this to the president's official account was thinking, but the video was taken down hours later. But what's really concerning here is the fact that medbeds, this obviously made-up technology, was amplified by the literal president of the United States. That is something to be extremely worried about. Listen, we all know that the president has a history of spreading.
So there's that. So let's continue. I can't confirm or deny what's happening, if that's really going to be something that's going to be utilized or is healthy, not healthy. Check and consult with your doctor. Check and consult with your doctor. Okay, this is another issue too. Will and Jada are trending in regards to Will Smith's ex-friend is calling him out. I have to be careful of what's said. Will and Jada feel that he is trying to do a money grab. Go check out Tasha K. She did the interview with the guy. He's making different claims and accusations about the people in the industry. So concerning. He's making different claims in regards to many people in the Hollywood industry. I just saw a video. It was a short. My mouth dropped of the different claims he's made about these different younger Hollywood industry people. And he was, I'll be general. I have to be very general. There's a short out there. He ran into a younger Hollywood industry person and he was like, what's going on with you? Why are you acting out? And he said, you know what these Hollywood people did to me? All allegations. You know what's going on. You know what they're doing to me. He was like, really? I have no idea what's happening to you. I'm not by you, near you. And he was like, this is happening. Somebody needs to stop these Hollywood elites in regards to taking advantage of younger Hollywood people. So I'm being general, but this is trending in regards to Will Jada. I can't confirm or deny what Mr. Bilal is saying is factual. I can't confirm or deny if he has proof, if he has receipts, if what he's saying about Will and Jada is factual. I can't confirm or deny, but it's out there. There's a lot that's being said about Will and Jada, and it's concerning. So, well wishes to Will and Jada. I can't confirm or deny, but Mr. Bilal did an interview with Tasha K. Go over. You have to probably apply for the app. But he is making, and remember, he spoke out a year ago, and now he's speaking out again. So, can't confirm or deny what he's saying is factual, but there's a lot being said about Will and Jada and different Hollywood celebrities. Go check it out. You know, I'll send y'all information. Can't play this. Michael Jordan has been speaking up a lot lately. Different pictures of Diddy. I don't know if this is a part of the documentary. Many people are talking about the documentary. I'm not really going to get into it because, man, when we had to cover the Diddy trial, that was a lot. So if I have to, I may. But it's also being reported. You see 50 cents in the back. So I think this is maybe a fake picture. It is being reported allegedly that Diddy sent flowers to 50 Cent. And I'm going to show y'all that in a minute. This is Trump again falling asleep in a meeting. What's going on and why is he so sleepy? People are saying, is he not getting proper rest at night? Is he up tweeting, looking at information, researching? Is that why he's not well rested when he gets into meetings that's 1 to 2 hours long? Okay, let's continue. See, this is still trending. Kanye West is speaking up in regards to his daughter, in regards to the fake tattoos. He's also concerned about the hand piercing. But you know, the Kardashians love to trend and go viral. Is Kim teaching North how to trend and go viral? So concerning. We showed that picture. So right now we're just doing hot topics, trending topics. It is being reported that allegedly Diddy sent 50 Cent flowers. So is he letting 50 Cent know he knows where he is at? 50 Cent claims Diddy had flowers sent to his club appearance in Miami. So is it that Diddy is following where 50 is going? Hello? is Diddy letting 50 know, I know where you're going? And he sent him flowers. Remember, the documentary just came out. Let me go ahead and play some clips. Let me hold on. So that way I'll get everything in Diddy news. So are you guys, and have you been watching the actual documentary? Let me know.
The biggest bombshells from the new 4-part Diddy docu-series that just dropped on Netflix.
She would have me put the baby oil on. She took the bottle and said, no, that's not enough.
One, Diddy's freak-offs allegedly had a connection to both Tupac and Biggie. It's claimed Diddy wouldn't allow Tupac's music to be played during them. And this, according to an escort who says he was paid $6 grand for 2 days of sex work.
The party has begun. Happy Biggie Day. Let's go. Every March 9th, murdered, they would fly me to wherever they were. I would hang out, drink, and party with them for 3-4 days while I had sex. I don't know if that was his release for that day or whatever, but they always called me on March 9th.
Of course, many allege Diddy had a role in the killings, the doc revealing never-before broadcast footage from the moments just before the drive-by shooting of Biggie. The next bombshell, 2 jurors explained that while they believe Diddy was guilty of violent behavior, their hands were tied.
You can say he was a terrorist, but domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Do you think that justice was served?
100%. You saw both sides of it. I think you got your atomic bomb.
But perhaps most interesting is how hours of private Diddy footage wound up being used in Sean Combs' The Reckoning.
I'm going to send it to you right now. I'm going to definitely need you to go on the record. I'm asking for a big favor.
Diddy's team claims it was stolen, but Netflix has fired back, alleging it has the necessary rights and was obtained legally. Diddy's lawyers also slammed Netflix for bringing on 50 Cent, Diddy's longtime rival, as an executive producer, alleging he has publicly attacked Diddy for decades.
If I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal.
And many people are not fine with the behaviors of Hollywood. They're not okay with it. Like the videos, you guys come in. Like the videos, you guys come in. Hold on one second. So this documentary, some of the people I'm around want to watch it. I'm just not interested. Hold on one second. Let's give some more updates about it.
Stop the release of a Netflix docuseries.
Let me go back.
Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs trying to stop the release of a Netflix docuseries due out today.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business.
The series contains never-before-seen footage of Combs debating strategy with his lawyers in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last year.
I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution.
It also includes video of Combs greeting fans in Harlem. And then saying this about the interaction moments later.
I need some hand sanitizer. I got. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like 150 hugs.
Now Combs' lawyers are demanding Netflix.
And many people made a big deal about that in regards to him saying he needs hand sanitizer and he hugged a lot of people. At least he did it, and he denied the people. A lot of people are germaphobes. They don't want to be touched. He touched those people. He didn't have to. So they're trying to make a big deal about him stating he needs some hand sanitizer. I would too. I would want some hand sanitizers too. Because if he would have denied those people hugs or handshakes, then the people would have said that he denied them. So who wants to be touched by a lot of people? We don't know if they clean their hands properly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame Diddy for saying he wants some hand sanitizer. He needs to get into a bath. I don't blame him. Who wants to carry those germs into their home? Hello? I don't blame him at all.
Pull the series, threatening legal action, claiming Netflix is using stolen footage that was never authorized for release as part of what they call a shameful hit piece. The series is executive produced by Combs' longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and director Alex Stapleton, who said, quote, "We obtained the footage legally and have the necessary rights," end quote. Before the cease and desist demand was sent yesterday, Stapleton and Jackson sat down with our Robin Roberts to discuss the series.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
It's not personal.
The show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. Not everyone needed to have an allegation to do this.
Combs is serving 4 years in prison on prostitution-related charges.
And are you guys?
I am guessing that Diddy's minimum security federal prison is not paying for Netflix these days, even if they call it Club Fed. And that is probably just as well. The latest true crime docuseries on the streamer is called Sean Combs' The Reckoning, and that alone should tell you it's Valentine. It's produced by Diddy's longtime rival Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. And before it even dropped, Diddy's lawyers called it a, quote, shameful hit piece and fired off a cease and desist letter, which Fetty and Netflix ignored. High on the list of Team Diddy's complaints are new suggestions that Diddy had a hand somehow in the murder of Tupac Shakur.
Allegedly, ...
And the series includes a police interview with a former gang member, and not just any gang member, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who says Puffy offered him $1 million to have Tupac killed. Has always denied that. And Keefe D. himself is the only person who's ever been charged in that crime. And then there's the murder of Biggie Smalls in 1997. Diddy's documentary claims that Biggie didn't want to make the trip to LA, where he was ultimately murdered, but that Diddy insisted that Biggie go. And after Biggie was shot, it's alleged that Diddy staged a lavish New York funeral and sent the bill to Biggie's estate.
Wow.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Sean Combs' federal murder trial just this last summer. Juror number 75 describes Diddy and Cassie Ventura, his girlfriend turned accuser, as, quote, 2 people in love.
Did y'all know that he sent the bill to Biggie's estate? You approved it through it, but then you sent the bill to the estate? Wow. Wow.
160 says the brutal abuse caught on video was, quote, unforgivable. But, and I quote, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. And here's the real kick in the teeth for Diddy. Some of the footage that 50 Cent got his hands on apparently came from Team Diddy themselves. And how he got the footage is a complete mystery. It is taken inside a New York City hotel room, the Park Hyatt hotel room, that Diddy rented in the days leading up to his arrest a year ago, September. At that point, Diddy believed that he was negotiating a surrender, right? Had lots of time. As opposed to the surprise arrest that saw him hauled out of the lobby in handcuffs when he was absolutely not expecting it. But even so, you can clearly see that Diddy was feeling the heat.
Like the video, like the video.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing. Puffy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean Combs, all of these reincarnations, all those name changes are attached to really bad deeds.
Okay, so I'm going to probably have to do a separate video in regards to Diddy and this whole documentary situation. We're just doing some hot topics, trending topics. Like the videos, you guys come in. Trump news. 50 Cent says Diddy sent flowers at his hotel. So I'll probably screenshot that picture and probably do a video regarding it. But why would you be sending flowers to his hotel, letting him basically know, I know where you're at? And is that appropriate? Is that appropriate? That's the big question. Okay, so if you guys did not know, Kimora Lee Simmons, I'll be general about this because I'm not really going to talk about Diddy's daughters, but Kimora Lee Simmons, I don't know if you guys know, she recently came out with her own show, and she's still close to Diddy's daughters. Let's just say that, but there's that. But she still is in contact with the daughters. More Trump news. This is a picture of Diddy. I'm gonna save this as well. That way, if I do a video on it, I don't know if that's a picture from the documentary. Okay, Ray J is allegedly being sued by American Express in regards to funds he did not pay. So Ray J is being called out for not paying his debt to American Express. That's a lot of money. He breached his contract. Here once again, American Express is suing Ray J. Some is saying 130K, some is saying 140K. This one says 130K, if you see that. This one says 140K. So can't confirm or deny the amount, but there's that. Let me see. The Kardashians, if you guys did not see that, I want to say last month, the Kardashians was spotted in a picture with Britney. And the reason being, many people feel that the Kardashians immediately got next to Britney because Candace Owens had called out the Kardashians and Candace Owens called out and was talking about Britney. many people did videos on Candace Owens speaking about the Kardashians and Britney, and then all of a sudden you see the Kardashians next to Britney, and now they're trying to say they're helping her, trying to monetize off what she shows. So we understand there's a bigger picture. There's a bigger picture to distract. But we understand if you know, then you know. The Kardashians immediately got next to Britney, took that picture and was kissing her, and they were talking about the bed and whatever. There's a bigger picture of why the Kardashians went next to Britney, period. If you know, you know. Go look it up. Go look up Candace Owens talks about Britney and the Kardashians. The Kardashians were definitely trying to distract. So my page is a little different. I'll give you some general information. Okay, so this is Monica telling we're going to take Ray J phone.
Hey, come to the...
But before we leave here, I'm going to take Ray J phone. Ray, give me your phone. Ray, give me your phone. Ray, give me your phone. Ray, thank you for your phone. Thank you. We love you, Ray J. No, y'all make some noise for Ray J. It's not just Brandy's brother, but it's our brother now. Oh my God. And all he does, he means you gotta know. All night. I'm gonna have to hear this all night. Monica's my sister. I was like, okay, Monica don't listen to that.
So what are they talking about?
Come to the show. Come say what's up to Brandy too, Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's it. Like, because like we big fans. We got our family in there, our cousins, and we know y'all there, and we love y'all, and we look up to y'all. For y'all to come to every one of Brandy and Monica shows and never say what's up to B, and take all the pictures and all that. I mean, it just, I don't like it. And I love you, Jay, and I love you, B. Please, like, you guys are the biggest 2 stars in the world. So we know you there. Just, y'all walk by Brandy room, just say what's up, B, have a good show. I mean, she don't care. She never told me about this, and I am crashing out on this one. This is crazy. But as a brother and a fan of Jay-Z and Beyonce, like we want to take some pictures with y'all too, and we want to say hi, and we want to be inspired by the inspirational words that you guys are going to give us. Jay, come to the show. Come say what's up to Brandy.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, let's check this out. Beyonce and Jay-Z was just recently at Kris Jenner's party, right? So they're not going to show support for Brandy if Ray J is making all these allegations and saying a lot of different stuff. They're going to show that the Hollywood celebrities are sticking together, and it seems as if they're more so on the Kardashian side than Ray J side. So there is an alleged clip in regards to Beyonce walking out, and allegedly Brandy was coming, and allegedly Beyonce decided to go the other way. She did not want to run into Brandy. So maybe they're trying to show allegiance to the K's and the J's and the Hollywood people. That's not problematic, because everybody's like, is Ray J okay? So many people are saying Ray J is making problems for himself. And if he was more focused on the music and not focused on creating drama and conflict, now it's being reported that Twitch has allegedly removed him from streaming because of the altercation he had. And many people don't know. This is Ray J. Last week, he had a situation, Thanksgiving, or the week before Thanksgiving, him and Princess Love got into a situation, and Ray J went to jail because of what Princess Love said that Ray J was doing. So I have to be general. But yeah, Ray J, people keep saying, is Ray J okay? There's a lot going on with Ray J. So is that why Beyonce and Jay-Z don't want to be spotted with Brandy because of the brother? And the Jay-Z and Beyonce is basically showing support to Kris. They went to the party. Many people are surprised, because I would say about the last 4 or 5 years, many people are even surprised that Jay-Z and Beyonce is even in the same room with the Kardashians, because Ray J's made a lot of allegations. I can't confirm or deny what Ray J allegations, if they're true or false, what the whole situation is in regards to Kim and that tape. We can't confirm or deny. So we'll see what happens in regards to the court hearing with Ray J and the Kardashians. We'll see what happens, because you got to remember, Ray J is being sued by the Kardashians for defamation. And then Ray J turned around and sued them for talking about him on the show. So Ray J, concerning he dated Kim. Kanye dated Kim concerning. So there's just a lot going on with Ray J, Kanye, and Kim. And Chris is entangled into whether she had something to do with that whole Kim Ray J situation. Can't confirm or deny. I don't know. I wasn't there. Ray J is making a lot of allegations. I can't confirm or deny what he's saying is true or false. A judge or jury will have to decide in regards to that. So let's continue. Remember the elevator situation? It's being reported that that situation was very interesting to people had heard what was going on. You could see what's being said. I got to be careful what I say. So y'all can see what's being said in regard to Solange, what happened in regards to Solange and Jay-Z, and what happened in regards to that altercation. And allegedly, people were kikiing on the side of that whole day. So y'all remember what happened that day. So was there anything else? Yeah, see, this is in regards to her and her friends. And now, aren't parents concerned because North is setting the standard of what their young kids should be doing? And you got to understand, these parents are close with Kim. So the kids are going to be close with North. So now she's setting the standard of what these young girls should be doing. But allegedly, North say this is what a lot of the kids are doing at the school. But Kim is teaching North how to turn viral. Kim is teaching her that. Because why? The Kardashians want to turn to go viral at least every week. At least every week they're trying to stay within the algorithm in Google. So well wishes to North. She's a beautiful girl. Was there anything else I wanted to show? If you did not know, Candy and Todd are getting a divorce. Candy filed for divorce. Candy spoke out. Todd spoke out. And now it's being alleged that Todd is in a whole different dating situation with another woman. Candy spoke out. Go check out my short. Candy and Todd are going through a divorce. Was Todd allegedly stepping out of his marriage with Candy? So there's those allegations that Todd had a whole situation. So this is talked about. This is being talked about in regards to Kanye is livid about the whole Kardashian situation and how his child is in the media. And you will see, Kim's not done. She gonna start adding the other kids to media. Yes, she will. This is how the Kardashians want to trend. They like to add the children. And I'd say they've been adding the children more and more. I'd say over the last 2 or 3 years. Kim has been doing TikTok videos with North. And remember, Kanye said he don't want his child in media. So there's that. Not too many people are in here. I didn't go live yesterday. I had to go live today, try and get back into the algorithm. I hope all 34 people have subscribed. Thanks for being here. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. So copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing, while comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Thanks for being here. Happy weekend, everyone. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Goodbye.